It's been about 2.5 years since my first review of Galactic Civilizations IV, and in that time, 4 DLCs have been released: Tales of Centaurian, Warlords, Species Pack, and Megastructures. Plus, I had a few minor complaints about the game, and I want to see how those have been addressed. So, I thought it was worth taking a look at the game, see how it plays today in 2025. The tutorial on my first review was one issue I was unhappy with.
One thing I'm not too crazy about in this game is the tutorial. Even though I have it fully enabled, he only pops up sporadically.
Another issue I had in my original review was colonization. And it wasn't colonization as such, it was more of how to get a colonization ship to a planet I wanted to colonize.
So the problem is, if I want to colonize it, I can't right click it and bring up any options to colonize it. If I go back to my ships and go to my colony ship, that's selected, but now I can't really find the world I want to colonize all that easily.
The only other issue I noted in my last review was the research screen, how the research was presented.
But my problem is the tech navigator, so I can only go to the options, see what these options lead to. I can't see what each branch is, so I really don't get much of an idea of what else I could be looking at.
So, how are we doing in 2025? First of all, the tutorial has been greatly improved. I get a pop up almost anywhere where I need help.
Welcome to the Civilization Policy screen.
So, the tutorial is much, much better. Very, very, very much improved. For the colonization and finding ships, that's been improved as well. My main complaint was not being able to identify the planets I want to colonize. So if I scroll out, the icon's pretty much the same, but it's now like a yellow, making it easier to identify. So that helps me when it comes to colonization. Research has been vastly improved as well. Now when I go to the tech navigator, there are one, two, three, four, five, six branches to choose from. I can go to any one of them and see what the path looks like. So a lot of very good improvements since my last review on this game. I'm going to take the DLCs a little out of order, and one of the ones I want to look at is the Species Pack. This introduces new species to the game, like the Luxar Dominion. I like the giant eyeball, Korath Clan, and whoever those guys are. I gave up trying to pronounce some of these names a long time ago. This species pack had a somewhat negative review on Steam, but then I've seen very few species packs for games that do get positive reviews. Not sure exactly why that is, but I do think they add a lot of flavor to the game. That's just my personal opinion. Something new Warlords has added is doctrines for ships. So I can go in, I can select the operational ability, I can choose an ace, blitz, tactical speed. I can also choose the priority of what they attack, and return fire only defensive. So pretty cool. Gives you a little more versatility on what you can do with your fleets. Save that, and then build the ship, and it's assigned to that ship type. One thing that's new to Galciv 4 is megastructures. So as your sensor technology increases, you'll start discovering ring worlds, probably among other things. You'll be able to claim these as planets of your own and colonize them, and then investigate anomalies in the area that give you even more insight into the megastructures. And as you investigate even further, you'll discover Gigamass, which is a new resource in the game, and that's what's used to build megastructures. Well, if you look at the map, it looks like I've done a pretty poor job of expanding. And when I go to diplomacy, I see the Drangin are getting more and more unhappy with me, so I think I'll declare war on them before they declare war on me, and see what happens. Might be a bad idea. It looks like they outgunned me militarily, but what the heck. So speak to, and it's time for you to die. And there's my war aims. I can declare a war of defense, which makes me an aggressive neighbor. I go to war of expansion, which allows me to expand. I'm a dangerous neighbor. War of conquest. It's a long-term war, makes me a galactic threat. And finally, a war of annihilation, which is a clear and present danger, and I want to wipe them out, which is what I'm going to do. Since there's only one other civilization in this game, I'm not too worried about the repercussions. I know the UR, I'll have to go to war with them eventually anyway. One nice addition to this game that I didn't notice before was the fleet manager. Makes handling your fleets a lot better. So I can move ships back and forth as I desire. Another new option in Galactic Civ 4 is invasion tactics. I can choose planetary assault, orbital bombardment, or surface invasions, depending on what my research options are. I have not researched these yet, so they're not available. They will be in the future. I kind of want to take the planet in one piece. I'm going to try this one. And when you invade your first world, you get a pretty cool cutscene. Even though this is not new, it just doesn't seem right to not have a combat video included in this. To start going down the path of megastructures, you have to start in the engineering branch of the research tree. And you research Gigamass theory. That'll give you the ability to detect Gigamass and use some that occurs naturally. You go to Gigamass harvesting, and that will give you a harvester ship free when you're done with the research. The rest of these are self-explanatory. You go to stellar architecture. That's what you need to build a megastructure with. Then you've got a Nexi, Nexus augments, habitable rings, and Nexus mastery. So the next one for me on the megastructures is this one. And once the Gigamass harvesting research is complete, you get a couple dialog boxes that give you some background info. Once the stellar architecture research is complete, you get a free ship. You can click on Locate Megastructure Site, and it'll start looking around for one. It needs a white star. I'm not sure it's exactly finding the closest one because there's other white stars closer. At first, you can only build a Dyson Sphere, and you need 30 Gigamass to do it. And once your Dyson Sphere is built, you get a couple of dialog boxes giving you some more background info about it. And finding a megastructure site eluded me for a while, but I found out you've got to go to a Galaxy View and go to one of the plus signs around a black hole or something similar. It took me a while to figure that out, so I thought I'd include that in this video. And once you get there, you'll be given the opportunity to build a megastructure. And that's all I have for this video. So until next time, this is Rich from Lonely Strategy Games. I'll see you later. Bye.